Ladies and gentlemen, Anchor and Spotify have signed me up for their ambassador ads program, but the only ad that I get to put on this podcast, according to them, is the one for Anchor. So I'm here to tell you why we love the host of this podcast, Anchor.fm. Listen, Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast to listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started. Listen, I love Anchor. It's easy to upload. I can just upload the videos of this podcast directly to Spotify. It puts it on Apple. It does everything for you. We use Anchor here. We use Anchor at Recap and Record. Listen, I launched Recap and Record, that podcast. I launched it in 20 minutes. It literally took me 20 minutes because I just made a new Anchor account. I created the podcast. They gave me my RSS feed, and bam, there you have it. A brand new podcast. Here we go. Listen, you need to use Anchor to host your podcast. All my clients use it. All my friends use it. 280 Plus uses it. Attack at Random uses it. Recap and Record uses it. The Wad Pod uses it. If you're not using Anchor to host your podcast, what are you doing? Okay? You need to go to anchor.fm to get started today. It is free and anyone can make a podcast. Listen, I tell all my friends all the time because all of my friends here's the same. It's the same fucking story every single time. I see a tweet, I see a Facebook post, I see a business, I see a person, I see a model, quote unquote, I see whoever, and they're like, dude, I think I should start a podcast. I'm going to start a podcast about this, and I'm going to start a podcast about that, and I want to start a podcast about this. And then I comment on it, and I say, do it. Do it right now. You don't need to spend $10,000 on a studio renovation like I did. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on boom arms and microphones and $600 Rodecaster Pros and $600 Apple Air Max headphones and a fucking $800 4K camera and a face cam pro and everything else. I mean, listen, you don't need to spend 15 grand to get a podcast started like I did. Okay? It literally will start with the device in your pocket. If you want to start a podcast, start it now. I know it's hypocritical of me to say that, but start it right now, okay? This isn't my first podcast. This is like my fourth or fifth one. So let's get with the program, people. Get out your phone, go to the App Store, type in Anchor, A-N-C-H-O-R. I'm giving you all the fucking details right here, right now. We're going to get to the episode in a minute, but I'm telling you, you need to go to anchor.fm.com. It's not .com, I'm sorry. It's just anchor.fm. It's 2022, people. Anchor.fm, or just Google the word Anchor podcasting. You'll find it, okay? Anchor.fm to download the app and then just start an episode. Listen, start it on your phone. You have a phone. I know you have a fucking pair of AirPods. Everybody does. And if you don't have AirPods, your phone fucking came with a free pair of wired ones. Those work better than the AirPods anyways. So, dude, throw in your headphones, do what you need to do, and freaking get your podcast started today. And there's no easier way to do that than anchor.fm, just like this podcast does. Now, back to the show. Holy shit, dude. It's episode 60, right? Is it episode 60? It's episode 60. And this is the What Are We Doing podcast. This is the What Are We Doing podcast. Oh man, it's spooky season, and you know it's spooky season when you see the sweatshirt. Okay, we debuted it last spooky season. This is my go-to now. I do have a few others that obviously will be making their debuts in this spooky season, but Megs has also let us know that she is fully dedicated to basically getting us the most ridiculous button-up Hawaiian t-shirt, whatever ridiculousness she can for this podcast, because she said Because if you saw last week's episode, if you watch episode 59, first of all, you ran those numbers up. I got like 40 views on YouTube. And that's natural because like I didn't push it all that much and I didn't clip that one as much as I wanted to. But dude, that episode with Paul was great, dude. If you haven't seen episode 59 yet, go check that out. That was the first and last of our Riverside FM recordings because they're just terrible. It was a terrible experience. I should have listened to Los. And he told me, he said, bro, I tried it. It's trash. It messed up the guest recording and it's just garbage. And I said, man, I think it's going to be great. It was okay with Paul. And I should have known, like the Paul episode, like, let's not beat around the bush. The quality was okay. Could have been better. Here we are in crispy 4K again, baby. I got a new memory card, so we're back. Okay, we don't need the face cam anymore. And so it's just, it's one of those things that it's like Riverside FM promises so much. They promise like the 4K and the quality and like I still got better audio just straight out of the Rodecaster. Like and thank God I recorded on the Rodecaster because the audio for Carlos was just terrible and it wasn't good. And I know his audio is great. Like Zoom has no issues. And so we're just doing Zoom now for our video calls and our recap and record podcast. So it's my fault. I apologize to him personally and to the audience in the beginning of the episode because, dude, it sucks because it's like we have the equipment. We know what we're doing. He has a capture card with an HD camera. So do I. We both have microphones that are decent. Like there's no reason our episode should be that quality. And it was this week. And I'm just like a little irritated about it. And it's no one's fault but my own. But you know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. But hey, it's spooky season. You know what I mean? And Hocus Pocus 2 is out. And I think Disney thought that was going to go well for them. And I don't think it is. I'm not sure. I asked some people I know. So our residential, local to the Mechanicsburg area, I believe, currently, our local residential witch, Selena, I asked her, our friend, she's only seen it. She's seen it like twice, but both were under weird circumstances. So she hasn't really watched it yet. So she couldn't give me a review. But Meg's friend, she had committed to one of her other friends to go watch it with her. So she had to drive like 4 hours away, Meg's friend, to watch Hocus Pocus with her friend. And she hated it. She said it was the worst. She didn't like it. So it was very interesting. And I haven't seen it yet. Ollie is watching clips of the first one on YouTube. Ollie is somehow on Hocus Pocus, the YouTube algorithm. And so he's into that now. And so he's been watching that. So we've been trying to put it on. Megs hasn't seen Hocus Pocus 1. So we need to get her on that train. And I have. But there was... it was years ago, right? I haven't seen it in years. So I think we're going to have a Hocus Pocus watch party here in the house at some point so we can give a full and in-depth review. But as I was talking to my friend this morning, it's critics, I think, like most people are giving it like 7 out of 10. But I think the more diehard fans are giving it like a 5. 5 or a 6 maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't seen too much buzz about it. So who knows? Hocus Pocus 2. And so with that, dude, Megs and I were driving around. Why don't people decorate, right? Like some do, but most don't. We found one house. There's one house around us that we drove by and that we're going to continue to drive by. They've got the purple lights. They've got the They've got the 12-foot skeletons. They've got a bunch of skeletons. They've got the effects, the things. Like, there were people pulled over last night. There were people pulled over, like, taking pictures, looking at it. Like, it's an attraction on the main street of where we live. You know what I mean? It's insane. So, so we're driving by and like, dude, why don't people do more? Like, I want more purple lights. You see all this, right? You see all this? You see all this? Like, it's crazy in here. Okay. We like our lights. We like our lights in here. And I need more purple lights always. I always have purple lights on. I always want them on. I always want my purple lights. And so when I saw them as we were driving around, I got super excited. And so now I just think that, like, dude, do you want to make money? Make yourself a professional holiday decorating service company. They already have them for Christmas. They're out for Christmas. There's like a storefront. There's like a store in where the town city that I live in. There's a store you can walk into and pay someone presumably thousands of dollars to professionally install Christmas lights on someone's house. I don't understand why these housing manufacturers aren't adding on like an additional 10 or 20 grand to have integrated and permanent and professional lighting on the outside of all the houses they're building, so that the people who live there currently can go on their phone on whatever app they want. It can be branded to the housing company so they can always remember to pay their mortgage, and that's how they control their lights. You make it up. It's your business. I don't give a shit. And then they control the lights for their house from their phone. There's a code with the house that they put in their phone, so only that homeowner can have access to the lights or whatever, a QR system. I don't know. Figure it out. And then they're there. They're always there. But because they're LEDs, we can make them any color we want. So guess what? When Halloween rolls around, we can make them like purple and orange, and we can have a Halloween fun pattern, and we can upload that to the app and let all the homeowners in the township have the same decorations on on their houses. And it'll be easy for them to decorate, and they don't have to do it and buy fucking Christmas lights every year like me. I have to literally buy Christmas lights every year because we lose them, or they go bad, or they fall, or they break, or whatever. I don't know, but somehow I buy Christmas lights every year. You know what I mean? But if they were just in the house already, there, permanently installed in some form or fashion, boom, I wouldn't have to worry about it. And then it would be dope because we could have a bunch of purple and orange and like other fun, like neon, that whatever, with our lights that are installed on our house. And then like we can just have them, on like any given Tuesday, it could be a rainbow. And then on like Easter, we could do pink and green and blue. Maybe we could coordinate with the neighbors. Like, hey guys, on Tuesday, you're doing pink. Like, we're all doing pink for like awareness or something. And then on Wednesday, it's Easter Wednesday. So you're going to do pink, blue, yellow, purple. And then we're going to have a thing. And then like, dude, you could go viral. If all of your neighbors had the same lights on your houses and like you actually liked each other and synced it up and maybe like did something, you'd be viral on TikTok, and you'd have a line of cars around your house, and you could promote whatever other business you want. And you'd have yard signs as that's your professional lighting business, out there. So when people are driving by, they're like, hey, you want this to be your house next year? Hit us up. $5,000 done. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? And so they have it for Christmas time. And if they don't where you're at, or if you just want to undercut the competition and you think you can do it for less money with cheaper products or whatever type of services you're offering, do it. Go to Home Depot right now, because there's like a small Christmas section. They have a very 10%. And as we get closer to December, that 10% will grow as space in the store. As Halloween moves out, some Thanksgiving stuff moves in, but then Halloween and then Christmas comes right away. And so Right now it's small and the lights are probably on sale. You can probably still get them on Amazon for $10 a box, but come November, December, they're going to be $20 a box. So get them cheap now, or if you have them, or if you know where to get them, or if you can get them even cheaper, get them now. And then for the rest of October and all of November, push these services. And from November to like December, probably leading up to the week before Christmas, book a house to decorate. $500 flat fee for your services because it's just you, maybe your buddy. Split it. So what? It's $250 a day. That's more than you're making now. Split it or keep it all. It's up to you. Do it yourself. And then the cost of the lights are, $10 a box. You need like maybe five boxes for an average house. So that's $50. So you're making $200 a house. Charge more, make more, add more stuff in. Guess what? You want the color lights? Cool. It's an extra $250. You want the lights that you connect with your phone? Awesome. I need 24 more hours and $500 more, and they'll pay it. Because guess what? They don't want to have to go and get the ladder, because guess what? I don't have a ladder. And if I did have a ladder, I'd be too much of a bitch to get up on it for where all the lights that Megs wants them. And so I'll just pay you to have me not fall. You know what I mean? I don't want to fall putting up lights. And so like people like me would pay you to do it. So hit me up and let me know your best, lowest offer, because I only got like $200. So let me know. You know what I mean? And so this piece of shit town has a storefront for professional Christmas light services. But no, dude, we found one house with Halloween decorations who have won so far. They're number one in the book. We're going to be driving by almost every day. And so it's spooky season and like all the videos are popping up. Dude, I've got it. I think I'm going to put it on the screen. I've got a DIY. We don't normally do this, but I'm feeling festive, okay? I got the orange. I got the Bing Bong hoodie on again, dude. And yesterday it was hot as shit. We couldn't wear the Bing Bong hoodie, but today it's cold again, so no big deal, I think. And you know what I mean? I've got a DIY spooky Halloween decoration. There's a video on the screen. And I've got like 10 of them out right now. All you need is like these little like cotton swab things. I think you can get them at like the drugstore, Rite Aid, CVS. Walmart probably has them, Target, wherever. I think pretty much anywhere I think you can go, like beside the Q-tips or the cotton balls, I think is where these ones are. You need some glue. You probably already have some glue. If you have a kid, you just need some like regular Elmer's or like some super glue, whatever. And your choice of googly eyes. I got the big boys. I got the big Googles. So it's like super duper looking. You know what I mean? But like the video, they just got little beady ones, or you could get the regular size ones. And then you can just like hang them up, because they come, for whatever reason, the little cotton swabs come with like this string. So some people use them to hang them up. Some people use them as part of like the decoration. Some people cut them off. It just depends what you want to do. I don't know why they come like that, but so you get the cotton swabs, you put the googly eyes on with the glue. What do you do? He's making more right now. He's over there making some right now. And so it's, and now I'm pretty sure they said in the video or in the comments I read somewhere, you shouldn't put them out if like it's expecting to rain. Like if it's going to rain, don't, like bring them inside. Like they're not, unfortunately, I don't think they're the best weatherproof, but I don't know what happens. I'm going to leave mine out and I'll let you guys know in like episode 61. What happens, because I'm just going to leave mine out. I think Ian's gone, right? I'm not sure what'll happen if it rains, but I think Ian's gone now. Hurricane Ian, not my mate from across the circle. Okay. It's smashing, isn't it? It's smashing. He's over across the way. My friend Ian, not him, the hurricane. It was raining here all weekend. And, so Megs and I, and so here, Megs and I had an idea. So because he's making more now, we have more made downstairs, but we have like plenty in our bushes, like in out front, and we don't really have anywhere else to put them. We put some inside, it's fine. And Ollie is like playing with a couple, but so there's Meg's thought, and so Meg's has the idea, and this is why she's a genius. First of all, Meg's is a genius. And she's the funniest person on the damn planet. If you've ever laughed at this podcast, it's because I stole a bit from Meg's. Meg said something or came up with an idea or a bit or whatever, and then I stole it and said it on this podcast. So it's probably Meg's that you like instead of me, right? It makes sense. So, we're going to make a bunch of these, like 20 or 30 more, and we're going to sprinkle them around the neighborhood. Like we're going to go around whenever the HOA isn't here, because God forbid they see us doing it. We're going to go around and we're going to like put them 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on how much we like you or even know you in the neighborhood. We're going to put some like in people's bushes, right? And then we're going to take photos and we're going to put a hashtag on Instagram, hashtag you've been booed. And then if you see, and then what you're supposed to do, right? And then it'll kind of be like the ice bucket challenge. So you do hashtag you've been booed. And then depending on how many ghosts are in your bush, like if I left 1 or 2 or 3, you donate 25 cents, however many I put in the bush. So if it's 3, 75 cents, do the math. You know what I mean? You donate 75 cents to a charity of your choice, and then you go make your own booze. Like the video's still, I think I looped it. It's probably looped. You go make your own booze and then put them in someone else's bushes in their front yard, on their door, hang them from like their car, their windshield wipers, put them in like their shoes. If you have access to their house, like some of my neighbors have code, like my friends have my house codes. I have some of my friends. Just go into their house, put them in their bed, in their room, in their studio, in their attic, in their garage. If you can get their car keys, throw some in their car, give some to their kids, go to the place that they work, like on your lunch break, drive to where they work and like put some on their desk, put some on their boss's desk, almost get them fired, put some on their car, put them on their employees' cars, like the entire, put one on each car in the parking lot where they work, and then take a whole picture, go like zoom out 0.5. If you're on an iPhone, you know what I mean? 0.5, zoom out, and take a picture of the whole parking lot, and then on Instagram do hashtag you've been booed, and then tag the business, the location, so you get the geo and the SEO and all that stuff, and then you'll get more likes, and then all of the people will probably see it. And like, so we're gonna start in our neighborhood, and then hopefully like it spreads down to the other one down there, maybe the apartment complex over there, maybe some other people over there, people of this podcast. If you start it where you are, you know what I mean? It'll be like a virus. Well, not a virus. I didn't say it. It'll be like something, you know, like if we start in multiple locations and then it spreads, we'll cover more ground. You know what I mean? So do the craft, go to the store, get the cotton swab things, get the glue, get the googly eyes. You can probably find that at Walmart, any craft stores that are left, AC Moore, Joann Fabric, shit like that. Okay, go get that stuff, get the googly eyes, make 10, make 20, make 30, drive around one night, toss them out the window, toss them at your friends driving down the street, and just scream out the window, "You've been booed," as you drive by and hit people with them. And then, dude, like go to your friend's house, go to your parents' house, go to your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend, your husband, your whoever, and then just hashtag you've been booed on Instagram, and then hopefully it goes viral. And we're gonna hopefully see this movement. And then as long as we get some media attention, right? I mean, it's worth the cost. As long as we get media attention. And if you need supplies, I think someone, Megs knows someone, someone was selling a bag of the cotton balls that you need to do it. Someone was selling them on Facebook Marketplace for $20, but they're not selling because I think they're open. Like they used one or two of them to make their own ghosts, but then they were kind of done with it. And so now it's just they're selling them, and so now they're on sale. You can get them for $15. So hit Megs up on Facebook, and she'll send you a link to the marketplace. They're now $15. Listen, you women, the absurdity of these products that you are selling on Facebook Marketplace is utterly amazing. And I can't tell you how much I love and enjoy seeing everything that you guys are selling on Facebook Marketplace, and how the price goes down and it fluctuates, and the bundles and the used things that you think you're going to sell on there for half the price or like almost the full price, but like give me instructions on how to make it kind of new again, even though it's a used product. It's strange, ladies. It's strange what you're doing on Facebook Marketplace, and guys probably too. Listen, I've sold some shit on Facebook Marketplace, but never like anything that would make me go, huh, why is he selling that? You know what I mean? And so it's very interesting. So get your crafts done. We've got like 10, 15, 20 more. And then we're going to go out again tomorrow, I think, or this weekend. I think this weekend I'm free. And we're going to do hashtag you've been booed, for more of our friends, some of our family members, some of our people, you know what I mean? And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good, solid, like spooky season tradition now. I think it'll be fun. So, oh man, dude, I didn't talk about this. This happened like a couple months ago. I wanted to kind of like let it go for a minute, but, dude, I was at this wedding, right? And if you know, we're in the wedding industry. We do some things here and there. And sometimes when we're doing these things, it's all day. It's 13 hours. It's from like 9, 10 a.m. to sometimes 10, 11 o'clock at night, right? So most days is usually 12 hours for these weddings, right? So we went. It was just, I was just sitting by the benches. There was like a fire pit. There was some benches, some seats outside. It was an outside wedding. It was still nice out at that time. And, this lady, she just says hi to me. She's really nice. She says hi to me, and we just start having conversations. Like we have conversations about the world and how the pandemic and people and the job industry and the market and the housing industry, just a lot of like general common sense topics that made a lot of sense, and that like, you kind of tiptoe around those topics. And when you do, you never know. You never know. So like if I would bring something up, you never know how people are going to react, or they might go off. They might be a crazy person on the left or a crazy person on the right, or someone directly in the middle. And so that she was directly in the middle. She's with me. Like it's insane. Like treat others how you want to be treated. And like, let's just do the right thing. Like it makes sense. Right. So, and we kind of apply that philosophy to a lot of things, and it's fine. And so, and we're just talking about a lot of things, and like her son was there, and then like he started like talking crazy about the government making like dark matter under the streets of Paris and how they're going to light it on fire and everyone's going to prevail, like shit like that. So it got a little weird, but then we brought it back. To, some more normal topics. And so we were just vibing, right? We were vibing, and that continued, right? So then I'm doing my thing. She's on the dance floor. Like everyone's having a good time. The night continues. I took another break, right? We take a couple breaks throughout the night. Again, it's a 12-hour day. Everyone's on their feet all day long. I take one more break, and she is at the same time. We start talking again. The conversation just keeps going, right? She's one of those people you can just keep having a conversation with. It's rare these days, but I think a lot of it's coming back. You know what I mean? And so we're talking. Her son's talking to me, and I let it slip. I let it slip because this occasionally happens. And if you know, you know. I let it slip that I used to do magic. I used to do magic, like, you know, a few years back. I don't do it really anymore. It became a job. It's something I kind of just don't like doing. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes at a party or whatever for friends or something. I don't know. Sometimes I do it when Megs begs me and she won't stop. I'll do it for her. You know what I mean? But, and then of course they're like, well, you got to show us something. And so then, at the end of the night, she wouldn't let it go. She came up to me and she said, well, you got to show me something. And so I'm like, well, I need like a quarter or something. And so I take the quarter, I put it in her hand, and then she closes her hand, and then she opens it and the quarter's gone. And then she looks down and the quarter's on her shoulder. How it happened, I don't know. It's a mystery. Hey, that's why they call it magic. I don't know how it works. It's like that movie. It's like that one Disney movie that had that girl, Ashley Tisdale, I think was in it. I just watched it a year ago, and it's really good. And it's about a kid who I think is actually a magician. And then I think he gets accepted into a cult of magicians where he goes and he learns to harness his powers, and they never made a sequel. And that, Tim, 20 minutes is the sequel that was alluded, that never happened from my childhood, and I want to add it to the list. Someone tweet it, Tim. I know what the answer is. Tweet Tim right now. And so but like he actually had powers, and so I think that might be me. And so then the night continues, and I'm doing my thing, and the set ends, and we do our end announcements. And my end announcements at the end of the night, we get a congratulations for the bride and groom. Everyone screams at the top of their lungs. It's amazing. It's a great moment. It's full of energy. And then I say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Levi McCurdy. This is Justin Cusses. We're Sparks Entertainment. Thank you so much for dancing with us. I hope everyone gets home safe. And I play the final song, and as I'm playing the final song, sometimes, depending where we are, what we're doing, I go around, I might collect some uplights or start packing some things up or doing whatever during the final song if I can. Or I go get my wagon or whatever it is. And so in this instance, I was. And this woman comes running up to me. She comes running up to me and says, oh my God, I get it now. You're Levi Sparks. If you know, you know. And she says, we work together at the Hillside Cafe. And she says, my ears perk up because no one else would say the name of that restaurant to me unless they knew me from where that was and where it currently is now. And she says, I knew when we were I talked to this woman all day long, and with this unknown and unwilling connection she said to me, you're Levi Sparks. We worked together at Hillside Cafe, and every time I was on shift serving, I was a server and you were a busser. And I said, yes, ma'am, absolutely. I was like 15, 16, maybe at the time. I said, absolutely. And she said, you would, every time you were on your shift and you got done cleaning a table, you would come show me a magic trick. And I was amazed every time. You would use stuff from the bar. You would have cards on you. And all of this is true. And my jaw is on the floor. I have never experienced, it was insane to me that I've been talking to this woman and here I've known her, but I don't really know her. We worked together. I got fired for a bullshit reason. We're pretty sure the owners of the restaurant burned it down for insurance money. And she pretty much confirmed it. And we're pretty sure they fought with the insurance company for months and months and months because they were like, hey, did you burn it down? And they didn't buy the story. And then they eventually just gave him the money because he stopped calling them. And you know what I mean, dude? Little sketch. Not sure. Allegedly this happened. And so I don't know if so it's just crazy to me. And then that it's how small the world is, right? And then the next week, we're at someone else's wedding. Of course, again, it's like every other weekend for us. We're at someone else's wedding, and it happens again. I'm outside. I'm going outside from inside because for circumstances, our photo booth had to be outside and my DJ setup was inside. And so for circumstances, that had to happen. So I had to go check on it, to go outside, back inside. And the groom and one of the bridesmaids is walking in. And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I was going to get Levi for my wedding, but they were unavailable. But I remember, she goes, back when I was a cashier at the Giant in Manchester, and not where it is now, folks, where it was when it was beside McDonald's, okay? If you know, you know. She says, I remember when you were going around in the Giant food stores doing magic tricks. So twice in 1 year, twice in like 2 weeks, 2 people have not known and then recognized me because of like what I did 15 years ago. And I just want to know, and I can only imagine where life is going to take us in 15 years and what they'll say when they see me and remember like the weddings we DJ'd in 2021 and 2022. Like how insane will that be, right? I was just thinking about that like the other day. And like, you know what else is insane to me, dude? It's insane to me the how people will go above and beyond. How some people will go above and beyond to contact someone. Like, okay, so Megs and I are on like toxic people TikTok, like it's okay to cut people out of your life. Like, you know what I mean? We all have, listen to me. If you're listening to this podcast right now, I would put all of my savings, which is about $23, on the line to say that you would classify yourself as someone who has maybe, I don't know, 3 to 5 friends. Like it's not a lot. Like your wedding party probably might not be over 100 people because just inviting family and the people you like is pushing 50, 60, you know, and most of them are family, so they have to come. It's one of those situations, right? And so it's insane to me that like the people that you cut out of your life, like you block them on Facebook, Instagram, you on your iPhone, you block them on the number, on the iMessage and the FaceTime and the TikToks and the Twitter and everything else. You block them on every platform. And somehow these people still like, so a family member of mine recently cut someone out, okay? They were toxic. This person is insane. They still are. And we still know that they are, even though they've been, like, it's insane to me that this person isn't still in a mental hospital. And so a family member of mine recently cut someone out, and literally they're blocked on everything. I watched them do it. I watched them go to Facebook, Instagram, all the accounts. Like this person has multiple, of course, because they're a social media influencer. And so, so they're blocked on everything. I'm watching them do it. Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, Be Real, Rumble, LinkedIn, MySpace, Friendster, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, pretty much all of the big ones, you know. Their blog, you know, so, but here's the thing. What's insane to me is once they're all blocked, they still were able to message him. Okay. They messaged him on Google Meet, which is like Google Chat, which is now just integrated into Gmail. Like you can't even think to block anyone anymore because there's like so many ways that they can contact you. Like I'm surprised he didn't get a letter in the mail before a Google Meet notification from the Google Chat plugin that's directly in the Gmail. Like it's insane to me now. And so he was like, dude, I just got a Google Meet notification from this dude. And it's like insane to me. Insane. And so naturally, I said the smartest thing ever, right? Like, they'll definitely see it. Like, they're definitely going to see it because the Google notification, like the red receipts are definitely on. And like, it's all the G Suite. Dude, here's another trick. Here's another trick for all you sick bitches out there. If they blocked you on everything, even Google Meet, if he has an iPhone, so if he's, if he's one of those, it won't work. But if he's one of the other people who has an iPhone, you know what I mean? My best friend Zach has an Android, you know what I mean? And so it's fine. It's fine. So do I. I have a OnePlus 7T in my bag right now. It's fine. Shut up. But if he's got an iPhone, which most ladies, most of them do. If he's got an iPhone and he's blocked you on everything, if you have his email, if you have the email that is attached to his iCloud account, Megs knows what mine is, and you can probably guess what his is too. It's probably first name, last name at iCloud, maybe their Gmail account. Throw them all in there and see which one gets accepted. Because here's what you're going to do. You're going to make an album. You're going to make a photo album on your iPhone. You're going to make it an iCloud album. Figure out how to do it. I don't know. Go to settings or something and make an iCloud album and share it with your ex or whoever's attention you're trying to get. Make an iCloud album, and then you can put downloads from Snapchat, Instagram, screenshots, pictures of yourself. Listen, add whatever you want to that album, because if he accepts it, if he or she accepts it, it's going to then show up in their phone's gallery, and whatever photos you load into that album, they're then going to see. Bitch, throw your nudes in there. Let him know. Screenshots that the other bitch sent you. Put them in there. Screenshots of the text messages you're trying to send him because he blocked you. Put them in there. Say, I miss you. Go to Snapchat. Write a little message with your pen on the thing. Download it. Put it in the album. Go ahead. Send him a message. Okay? Send him the iCloud invite, and he's going to accept it because he's a man and he thinks you accidentally just shared a whole nude folder with him or something along the lines, and he's going to accept it, and he's not going to know what it is. And so, do the old bait and switch. Throw an old titty pic in there that you sent him prior that he already has on his phone, and then he'll think, oh shit, she's changing things around. She's putting it in here. She didn't know he sent it to me. And then boom, bam, bada bing, bada boom. Start putting shit in there that he doesn't like. Messages, Snapchats, you with other dudes. You know what I mean? It's fun. You with other chicks. It's fun. Do it. Have fun. So share an iCloud album. That's your last way to get around the blockage. You know what I mean? We kind of broke the news on Twitter because we were like the 34th person. Like, there's more presidents than people who saw the announcement before we did here at the Wad Pod. I swear to God, the White House uploaded the YouTube video for their official press release. We got the link and we were like, it said 28 views. The video had 28 views and we were like the 30th person in line to see it. So insane, right? So Biden announces a federal pardon on all like minor and other marijuana crimes. And he's got people on the inside ready to do some research, some scientific shit to look at the health benefits. And I think we can just presume that this means it will be federally legal very soon. If it's not already. Like, I'm not really sure what this means. Like, they're letting the people go, but what happens if the feds get me on like a marijuana crime tomorrow? Are they just going to kind of like forget about it? Are they not going to touch me? Or do I still get thrown in jail until all of this goes through the House and the signature's signed, right? Because we're still not sure if Elon's buying Twitter yet or not. I just saw an article this morning that said that the trial was paused. These bitches are taking this man because he said he was going to buy Twitter and then was like, hey, they don't have the numbers I thought they had. I'm kind of not really interested anymore in buying it. And then the investors who were giving him the other 30 billion because he's only got about 10 to spend, or 20 or whatever the number is, they're like, hey, we're not doing it anymore either. And so, guess what? Now he's in court with a judge who apparently has a history of making millionaires and billionaires who say they're going to buy some shit and then don't buy some shit, go to court and buy some shit. So like apparently they can legally force Elon to buy Twitter for $40 billion. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that trial's been paused. And so who knows what's going on there. But they're letting all the dudes go. They're letting them all go. Let's be honest. There's probably a very small percentage of women federally locked up for marijuana, right? But I'm sure there is some. I'm sure there's plenty. But, you know, most of them, they're going to be out. I think they said like, what, 8,000 people? So he must have heard this.
It's a plant property thing. It's
make
like
the fucking plant federally legal tomorrow. If Biden wants, listen to me, I'm so sick of this shit. Fucking Colorado has a surplus of $2 billion every year because of their state cannabis laws, and it's bullshit. Listen, fix the roads, fix the country, fix the shit, and make federally legal any person, especially any fucking black person who has ever been arrested for marijuana. Let him go. I'm done. Yep. Let him go. Dude. It's over. It's over now.
It doesn't seem like it should be that hard, right?
What's insane to me is that this man, a week after, obviously these things have been in place for months now, but a week after I post an open letter to the president and vice president of the United States that says, hey, if they're in jail for marijuana crimes, let them go. Like, what are we talking about here? I literally said that a week ago. And then now yesterday, I'm like one of the first people in the country to see this video of the president announcing that he's letting like 7,000 people go and like doing all this other stuff for the marijuana community. Holy shit. Talk about a turn of events. I mean, he did something right, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure, dude. I haven't done the full research on it. Paul knows everything about everything. So, and I haven't had a chance to debrief with him yet. I'm sure he knows more than I do, but man, I don't know. I think this is a good thing, right? I don't think anyone has anything bad to say about this. There's not really too much else you can say that has to do with the bad side of what's happening here. So anyways, and like shortly, like minutes, yesterday was a fucking doozy of a roller coaster of news. Minutes after this video that we found of the president, the Mario trailer, the Nintendo Direct premiered. So I watched that live, along with New York City Comic-Con. And we saw that teaser trailer live for the first time. And I must say, Bowser, Jack Black, great. Penguins, great. Snowball fight bit, great. What else? Bowser effects, great. And Megs is like, well, the animation isn't done. How did they get a trailer if the animation isn't done? And I said, well, I'm sure they have a couple pieces done, and that's what we're going to see in the trailer. And then that was it. I explained it to her. She didn't get it, and now she does. And so, what else? Then Bowser gets a star. Great. Who's going to stop me? Great. And then da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Mario. Banging, dude. His looks. Let's start there. His look. Very illumination. Very minion, very, very that type of animation. I love it. I love everything about it. I think he looks great. I think they threw a spice of Chris Pratt. There is a percentage of Chris Pratt in that Mario design, and I'm not mad about it. And the voice. So let's get to the voice. The voice was, play the voice. Can we play the voice? Play the voice.
Hello, it's me, Mario. It's a night time. Bye-bye. Mario.
Yeah. So the voice was okay, dude. The voice was okay. I don't know if I necessarily, man, the voice, what is it? It's like a what? A Brooklyn Italian, like New York Italian accent. Where's Christina on this? Let's text Christina, friend of the show. Let's see. Christina, where are you? Christina, Mario voice. Opinion. Go. Okay, we're gonna see. We'll see what Christina says. If we're still recording, we'll get her opinion. But dude, no, dude, the voice. I like it. I think that's the best, because if he went, I don't know if we need the full Mario Italian, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do with the Mario voice. I think I like it. We're going to see what Christina says. Hopefully she's not like running 18 miles, or riding her bike for 18 miles and responds quickly. But I think I like it. And here's what I think. I think it works. I love Toad. And do you know what else is perfect about this? And I'm so glad they gave it to us in this first teaser trailer. Charlie Day as Luigi is perfect. And I think Justin's going to agree with me too. Let's get his opinion. I should have done this. Folks, I'm so busy with the mainstream media news. I failed to get all of my friends' opinions for this thing. If he's Italian, then it could be all three. Italian accent, though. Have you heard it in the trailer? I don't have my mouse off. If he's Italian, then it could be all three. Italian accent, though. Opinion. Go. Have you heard? I don't, maybe. Okay. And then Justin, let's see what he says. He's in a different app. What was I asking Justin? Yo, Charlie Day as Luigi. Best if you can. So, dude, okay. And so, listen, yeah, man, Mario, Megs loves it. Megs loved the trailer. She loved everything about it. She loved, she thought it was adorable. She's excited. I think she's going to try and put something together for April for us all to go see it. And that'll be a great kickoff for like wedding season, because we're kicking shit off in like April next year, dude. It's crazy. So yeah, it's insane. It's going to be crazy, and I think it's going to be a fun time. I think it's going to be a good movie. I can't wait for another trailer. I want to see more. I want to hear more from Mario. I need more than like the 6 words that we got. I don't know if they're real or not, but I've been seeing like other language videos on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. I don't know if they're real, but those sound good too. And so we'll see, dude. And until next time, I think that's going to be it. That's going to be episode 60, man. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. We're cruising on up there. We're going to hit, we won't hit 100 this year, I don't think. But we'll definitely be at 100 next year, hopefully right around maybe our 2-year anniversary mark. That would be dope. So keep rocking with us. I'm pretty sure our ads are fixed now, our ambassador ads. I'm pretty sure it's not just me, but I re-uploaded the Spotify one. So good for you. Watch all 3. Listen to all of the ads on this podcast. If you listen to the ads on this podcast, we make money. We made $1.25 yesterday, and we're donating all of that to the homeless efforts of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, okay? That entire dollar, listen, it'll probably be like 80 cents after they take the 30% fee, but we're giving that 80 cents directly to the Homeless Foundation of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. So, please run it up, watch all the ads, listen to all of them, listen to this episode on Spotify and listen to the ads there. If there's ads on other platforms, listen to them there. Skip them on YouTube, do whatever. I don't care. Run it up, dude. Get this shit. If we make $5, guess what? I'm happy. You're going to be happy with what happens. If we make $5, Meg says I can build like a new studio. She said, if I make money on this podcast, I can do more, and I have ideas for a new one, and it's going to be kind of dope. And so we're going to switch things up, I think, for season 3. So hopefully when we get to episode 100, we've made a little bit of money because you're watching all of the Spotify ads on this podcast. And I really need you to do that so we can continue rocking and rolling, and Megs will let us keep doing things like, spending more money. And so dude, check that out. Check out our sponsors down in the description. Blue Chew, if your husband isn't doing it for you, if your wife isn't doing it for you, or if that title is new in your household and you want to take your relationship to the next level without any judgment, listen, both get a Blue Chew subscription. Get one Blue Chew subscription. I don't care, but the shit works. My friends use it. This podcast uses it. Everyone in the house uses it. It's great. Ollie uses it. Okay. We're starting him early. He's on it now. And so it's fantastic. They've got a new mint flavor. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard it's the bomb. And so if you go to wadpod.com/blue, you're going to get your first order for free. That's $20 off. $5 shipping is all you're going to pay. You're going to love it. You're going to keep ordering it again and again and again. Check out our friends at ExpressVPN. You're going to get 30 days free if you sign up at wadpod.com/VPN. Check out our friends at Entertainment Earth. Go to ee.toys/wadpod. I'm pretty sure is it. Everything else is down in the description below. Help us make money. It helps you. It helps us. It helps the economy. You've got to stimulate the economy by clicking on the links in the description of this podcast. It's the only way to do it. If you want your children or your future children or your unborn children to have good lives and a better future than what we had, listen, you don't want your kids dealing with this COVID bullshit in 20 years. I don't. So you know what I mean? You've got to click the links in the description down below and spend money there. Okay. And that's how we're going to stimulate things. We're going to get more employees. We're going to do more things, and we're going to keep the ball rolling and keep the world a better place for the future of society. Click the more button, read more down there, and click all the links in the description below. Just click them. You don't even got to buy. You know what? Don't buy anything. And if you want to buy something, click them, and then click them anyways. Just click them again. And when the ads pop up on Spotify, click on those too, even if it's for Duracell batteries, because I'm pretty sure that's all we got. Listen, click them all, run it up. It's episode 60, baby. Thanks for rocking with me. My name's Levi McCurdy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. This is the What Are We Doing podcast.